Hey folks, it's Brian, and I thought I'd do my usual periodic commentaries. And this one is regarding the show Good Times. You know, one of the classic shows in the 1970s. And of course, since this year will mark the 40th anniversary when John Amos was fired from the show, I figured I'd do two different commentaries. One about how Good Times came to be, and then what happened when John Amos left. And this is something that's been on my chest for a long time, and I wanted to do so. Anyway, we all know that the basic premise of Good Times was Florida, who was Maude's longtime maid, and would often chop down Maude's ultra liberalism by saying how liberal the fact she was so liberal that sometimes she come off sounding more racist than anything and more stupid than anything. Basically left Maud's employee and moved to Chicago with her husband James and their 3 kids, JJ, Thelma, and Michael, to live in the Chicago projects. Wrong. Good Times was never a Maude spinoff. Good Times was actually thought up years before Maude was even thought up by Michael Evans, who of course played the original Lionel on both All in the Family and the Jeffersons, and the basic premise, and he came with the basic idea years before that. Years before All in the Family and Maude were even thought of. In fact, the Maude was written by a different set of writers than Good Times. So, and what the story was about, basically what happened was when they did the casting call for Good Times, Esther Roll, who played Florida, and John Amos, who played her husband, went and auditioned, and they filmed the pilot. And after the pilot was filmed and it was approved, they both left. Esther Roll left Maude, and they decided to quit. And they basically went on to a successful run from January 1973 to 1980. Well, here's where the confusion goes in. Here's why I keep on saying people, it was never a spinoff. And there's been a lot of confusion over years, but let me explain it to you. What happened, if you look at the basic difference, you'll find out. First off, the difference in the character's name of John Amos, this character. As we all know, on Good Times, his name was James. And on Good Times, on Maude, his name was Henry. His name was Henry. So that's one difference. The other big difference is that Maude was set in the New York suburb of Tuckahoe in Westchester County, while Good Times was set in Chicago, in the projects of Chicago. And it was never really this, and people should have never gotten confused by it. What happened, and of course why a lot of people think it was a spin-off, is because Esther Roll played a character named Florida on both shows. But the big difference is that on Maude, when she and John Amos left, the story behind that was, the plot device that they used to get rid of the Florida character on Maude was that Florida's husband, Henry, once again, his name was Henry, who was a firefighter had just gotten promoted in his just gotten promoted, giving him a better paying job and a better and more stable hours, which meant that his wife, who was working as a maid, which Henry hated because he thought was demeaning, uh, Florida could quit her job and go, become a housewife and take care of the kids. On Good Times, James, who of course was John Amos' character on Good Times, was an underemployed um, man who was working 3 jobs. He was 3 or 4 jobs to support his family, who were living in Chicago, not New York, and they ran with it, and basically they took care of the story was he was the family was living in pretty much like close to the power line, and James was trying everything he could to make sure his family stayed together. And again, of course, when the producers saw that John Amos and Esther were on that show, they decided to run with it and say, well, let's make it, let's just call us a Maude spin-up and be done with it. Well, as I said, if you look at the basic thing, Maude was never a spin-off of Good Times. And Good Times was never a spin-off of Maude. Oh, God. Boy, that one. But you get my drift. So he took that promise and ran with it. And Good Times was a great show, but I think one of the things that kind of like messes with people's mind is calling it a spin-off. It was never a spin-off. It was just a separate show that just happened to have 2 people from one show take the role, work together on another show. So anyway, I hope I cleared that up for you guys. And take it for what it is. Okay? Thanks a lot for listening. Bye.